Hello. Tonight I'd like to talk to you about what to read during and after narcissistic violence. And this small list of books, they were very helpful to me. And they bring information that's very important for you, and in my opinion to anybody who is facing narcissistic abuse. Because first it gives you knowledge, and then the power to heal, and second it gives you understanding of about ways to face the abuse. But I guess the main thing is that it gives you peace, interior peace, because it helps you get rid of all the brainwashing the narcissist does. I remember I felt like I was the only one who caused the problems in the relationship. And it's not the way. I felt like I was the only one who caused the problems, and afterwards I would feel the pain of the abuse, and plus the pain of my own self-abuse. And it took a while. It took the opinion of friends to whom I told my stories, and they said, listen, she was the one who hurt you first. Listen, this person is not listening to you respectfully. Others, I had to have help of outsiders so that I could see what was going on. And this is, if you watch the movie Gaslight, that's exactly what happens. Gaslight is a very powerful technique that narcissists use, and I recommend you watch both movies. They were made in the 50s, in the 40s and the 50s, I guess. Watch the first one and then watch the second one. It's very important. So now, first I'm going to talk about books that give you understanding of what this relationship is, the nature of the abusive relationship, and also gives you ways to respond to the abuse. First, you will know what kinds of abuse there are. You will know you were being abused, because many times you don't even know you were being abused. But these books are going to help you know, and they're going to give you some answers to how to deal with it, the abuse. And then secondly, I'm going to give you a list of books that will help you heal, that are focused on you and on your healing. First one that I recommend you to read is essential, is this one. You might probably know it already. The Verbally Abusive Relationship by Patricia Evans. She has a site. I recommend you go to that site and read. She gives a lot of information. And this book brings you an understanding of the abusive person. It gives you understanding of you, what you are then. It gives you understanding of the abuse, and it gives you understanding of how to deal with the abuse. If you are suffering from narcissistic abuse, or you've just been discarded, read this. Secondly, I recommend you read this one. In Sheep's Clothing by George Simon, PhD. Understanding and dealing with manipulative people. You go to Kindle store if you have a Kindle, or you can read it on your computer. It gives you an understanding of the character disturbed person. It gives you a lot of their tactics. It will help you understand their tactics, and he will help you. He will give you tips on how to respond to those tactics. When I read this, it made me very angry, because the more you realize that you've been conned, the angrier you get. But it also gives you understanding and knowledge and power of how to deal with it, what to do during this confusion time. Then, the third book I would like to recommend is specific about narcissism. This one made me cry a lot, because it gave me understanding. I felt validated. I felt like I was not crazy, and that's very important. I think it's very important, because you're so alone in this when you're abused by a narcissist. Nobody understands you, even therapists. This is the one I recommend. You go to Kindle store too. You can find it there. It's called The Wizard of Oz and Other Narcissists. Coping with the One-Way Relationship in Work, Love and Life. Eleanor D. Payson. It's very good. You will feel very, very validated. Now, another book that will give you a lot of information about gaslighting, and it is a book that will help you understand and also will help you heal. That's my transition to the books focused on healing, and this is the one. The Gaslight Effect: How to Spot and Survive the Hidden Manipulations Other People Use to Control Your Life, by Dr. Robin Stern. And I remember I read it, and it really helped me not to feel pain. These books can save your life, They can save your sanity. Now the book's focused on healing through knowledge. Red Flags of Love Fraud: 10 Signs You're Dating a Sociopath, by Donna Anderson. She's the author of lovefraud.com, which I've spoken about in another video. And this book is healing. It's very healing. You're gonna see a lot of the patterns repeated here, explained here, and what happens in your body, what to do. I recommend it highly. Last but not least, it's a paperback. It was written by Harriet B. Brecker, PhD. I was sad when I got the news that she was deceased, because she writes beautifully. She gives you a lot of information. in a respectful way. And this book is focused on you and your health, and she explains the basics of psychology, of interpersonal relationships. And for me, the most important part is when she talks about narcissists, borderlines, and how addictive relationships work, and how manipulative people make you addicted, how they control you. The psychological process involved in controlling relationships. And she explains that everything is here. You need this knowledge. And then she gives you steps to detoxify yourself, your mind, your emotions, so that at least you have a beginning to stop getting rid of this person, this horrible creature, out of your mind, get this horrible creature out of your mind and out of your life. And because it is so negative, and here she helps you to start start looking towards positive things that I have forgotten when I was in the addictive relationship. Because when you're in a relationship with a narc, it's like you're on drugs. You lose contact with life, with the outside world, and then when the relationship ends, you ask yourself, my God, where was I? There's this whole world around me, and I was living only to pay attention to one creature who wasn't even real, was a false self, and this creature was lying. It was all an illusion. But that was it. This was my list, and I hope this can give you a start. And please read this one first. I think it's urgent that you read this. It's a very good book. And then you choose which one you would like to read next on this list. But this one I recommend it highly because it doesn't blame the victim. She recommends you to search for therapists who don't blame the victim, which is also another abuse. And when you're on this road, victim of a narcissist, you're alone, and you're gonna find that many people are gonna want to try to blame you. It's like another slap in the face. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Bye.